This is our presentation about macromolecules. Macromolecules are things that make up all living things, including dogs, sharks, birds, and humans, as you can see in the photos. They help provide energy, fight off bacteria, transport oxygen, and many other things. They basically make living things function. All are made up of three basic elements, which are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Proteins also have nitrogen with the basic three, which makes them have four elements, whereas carbohydrates and lipids only have the basic three. Nucleic acids have nitrogen and phosphorus, making them have more elements in their structure than the others.
The first one we'll be talking about are carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They help provide organisms with short-term energy. When someone says they are carbo-loading, they are storing a lot of short-term energy from eating carbohydrate-rich foods. Most people in sports will try to eat a lot of carbs before a game so that they will have more energy during the game. This helps players stay energized so that they can win.
Foods with carbs include bread, pasta, and donuts. Next, we'll talk about lipids. Lipids are made up of the same elements as carbohydrates, but provide more uses. Instead of providing short-term energy, they provide long-term energy, and they also help build up cellular walls. Lipids help strengthen cell walls to keep out foreign substances, as to avoid your cell structure from failing. They are also known as oils or fatty acids. They can either be saturated or unsaturated, of which the latter is less healthy. Items with lipids include olive oil, nuts, and hamburgers.
Next, we'll talk about proteins. Proteins are made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Proteins have a variety of uses and can be used for many different things. Some uses of proteins include fighting foreign substances, transporting oxygen, and building up muscle mass. Oxygen needs to travel throughout an organism's body so that the organs can function properly. Foreign substances need to be eliminated if they are harmful, so an organism doesn't get sick. Foods with proteins include pretty much all meats.
Finally, we are going to talk about nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. They make up what an organism will look like, or, more specifically, what an organism is. A human's DNA shares 98% with chimpanzees, 70% with snails, 60% with fruit flies, and, surprisingly, 50% with bananas. It is impossible for an organism's DNA to be changed like that, so an organism is stuck being the product of their parents' DNA. A hybrid, like a liger or a zebroid, is the product of both parents' different but similar DNA. Nucleic acids are found inside of all living things, including plants and animals. They can be divided into ribonucleic acids, or RNA, and deoxyribonucleic acids, or DNA. Keep in mind that carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids, though are made up of elements of the periodic table, cannot be made by those elements outside of technology that we currently do not have. But in the future, maybe we can invent those. This was our presentation. Thank you for listening.